And right now, getting ready to start before too long, we need to get our relays from last night, our award winners for the relays, 12 and under, 200 medley relays. And 13 and 14, 400 medley relays. Need to report to the awards staging area over near the door where people keep walking in with ice cream. And right now, presenting awards for the 12 and under ladies, 200 medley relay, bringing them out Our top teams: Swim Atlanta getting 8th place, Maya Coleman, Christina Perdomo, Harper Sempuri, and Zoe Sienna. Sioux Falls in 7th place with Kinley Henrik, Mela Tiangelo, Riley Wagers, and Mia Topolinski. Hinsdale getting 6th, Mia Van, Avery Young, Charlotte Zhang, Dylan Masinski in 5th. Nation's Capital, Kinsey Alex, Ryan Esguerra, Collins Harrison, and Catherine James. Nation's Capital in 4th. Brooklyn Dalton, Emerald Caston, Peyton Elam, and Samantha Bester. In 3rd, the bronze, Rockville Montgomery, Julia Carrick, Eva Garcia, Licia Droz, and Amelia Alcina. Nova of Virginia in with the silver, Yara Cymbalina, Lyndon Hall, Grace Johnson, Harper, and Adri Francis. And number 1, Long Island Aquatic getting the gold, Morgan Rue, Anna Ring, Julia Lynn, and Vera Chen. And the gentlemen, ladies, you gotta move it. Gentlemen getting the awards for the same 200 medley relay. 11 and 12 or 12 and under. In 8th place, Rockville Montgomery, Ryan Zacher Chimney, Henry Neal, Edmund Elang, and Marcus Lee. Patriot Aquatics, the 7th place, Jason Clark, Mark Ambrovakis, Matthew Lee, and Arian Shinde. Nova of Virginia in 6th, that's Avery Hugh, Carter Bonham, Rafe Aldridge, Colin Daniel. Hinsdale in 5th with Jack Pasqualini, Jude Solowski, Oscar Jovic, and Ben DeProsperis. 4th goes to Maverick Swim Club, Colin Jenser, Jack Hay, Reed Maher, and Frank Bushel. The bronze to Nation's Capital, Charlie Williamson, Alex Greer, Sean Murphy, and Josh Soderland. The silver to Rockville Montgomery, Jason Zhu, Tobias Paris Canal, Jacob Gash, and Michael Sumjariski. In number 1, the gold to Nation's Capital, Colin Lee, Edison Wright, Declan Bell, and Aidan Sokop. And now the ladies, 13 and 14. In 8th place for the 400 medley relay, Lake Country Swim Team, Grayson Schindelem, Reese Leader, Maya Zimmerman, and Annie Remus. Nation's Capital in 7th, Kira Shive, Stella Harms, Mila Willowittik-Oga, and Ellie Brenner. In 6th, Nova of Virginia, Lane Jacobs, Charlotte Brennan, Margaret Hepper, and Olivia Browning. Patriot Aquatics getting 5th with Ella Brace, Esme Shen, Daria Kushner, and Emma Kursankowski. 4th goes to Long Island, Lillian Karate, Yuri Shivko, May Strasser, and Mila Fisher. The bronze to Hinsdale, Kyra Brady, Isabel Merrick, Molly Widekis, and Mira Cuthbert. The 2nd place, the silver to Academy Bullets, Maggie Montiel, Helen Manick, Gabby Graham, and Kayla Cowell. And number 1, Rockville Montgomery, Lexi Johnson, Annabelle Roby, Sarah Young, and Mara Ahern. And congratulations, ladies. The gentlemen now. In the gentlemen 13 and 14 400 medley relay, Rockville Montgomery getting 8th position. Grayson Templehoff, Jackson Pachek, Jackson Walsh, Nicholas Nishnyanzik. In 7th, Swim Atlanta, Blake McGinn, Austin Theodore, Parker Wheeler, and Preston Wheeler. Sixth place goes to the nation's capital, Edward Coleman, Dimitri McCall Baker, Chase Fontunato, and David Zand. Fifth place to Long Island Aquatics, Daniel Liu, Ryan Yao, Michael Meehan, and Justin Chang. In fourth place, Rochester Swim Club, Elliott Leisure, Hudson Brennan, Lucas Wang, and Emerson Lanza. The bronze goes to Nova of Virginia, Jack Dennehy, Will Acrease, Daniel Bunge, and Harvey Triviette. In silver is the nation's capital, Wesley Monckton, Aiden Kim, Zachary Bell, and Logan Hillman. And number one, the gold to Rockville, Montgomery, Xander Pika, Brian Sanjaya, Salim Erickson, and Trip Thomas. And our C finalists for the ladies 12 and under 200 freestyle. Taking ownership of the starting blocks right now, Cecilia Clifton at block number 1, New Trier, Julia Lynn, Long Island at block number 2, Reese Ricciotto at block number 3 for Academy Bullets, Long Island, Slate Costs at block number 4, Long Island again at block number 5, Madeline Yam, Lyndon Hall at block number 6, Nova of Virginia, Adri Francis at block number 7, Nova of Virginia, and Verona area, Daphne Grotenius at block number 8. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
National anthem, and then we'll get started.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And it is race time.
All right. Again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Derek. We are getting ready for the girls 12 and under 200 freestyle C final. Setting the lanes, we've got Cecily Clifton from New Trier in 1, Julia Lynn, Long Island in 2, Academy's Reese Bruschetto in 3, Slate Koss, Long Island 4, Madeline Yam, Long Island 5, Lyndon Hall, Nova 6, Adri Francis 7, and I'm not sure, I know her last name is Grutenhaus, but I'm not sure her first name in lane 8. So 200, many different strategies that you guys can do during a 200. You could be a lot like Adri Francis, who's taken it out really fast. Some others prefer to wait until the second half to put the jets on. But sizable lead right now for Adri. Cecily Clifton came out second down in lane 1. Adri still out in the lead. Looks like Madeline Yam is making a push to go for second. It looks like the rest of the field is starting to catch on a little bit. So it looks like it's Clifton down in lane 1, 59.4. Francis 59.4. Madeline Yam 59.5. Well, right now it looks like Madeline's starting to take over possession of first place. That was a breath without a stroke that could cost her later in the round. But Madeline definitely leading, and Lyndon Hall now making a push over there in lane 6. As we come in, it's Madeline, Lyndon, Adri. And now you're seeing a bit of a push here from Slate as well in lane 4. But Madeline Yam has got about a half a body length lead on everybody, and looks like she's starting to extend it a little bit. Great race for second. Lyndon Hall, Adri Francis. But it looks like Madeline Yam is going to win the C final. 201.97. Followed behind by Adri Francis, 202.93. Lyndon Hall, 203.59. All improvements from this morning, so good job, ladies. Now we are going to set up with the B final. Swimming in lane 1 from St. Charles, Emma Mallow. From the Clippers in 2, Clara Wiest. 3 from Nova, Abby Hendrick. In 4 from Nova, Abigail Ferguson. Abby Smith, Long Island Express in 5. Maddie Scott, NCAP 6. Long Island Aquatic, Cersei Cash in 7, and Annie Hugh from Rockville in 8. It's like Abigail Ferguson had a really good quick start. Maddie Scott right up there with her. Seems like lane 6 seems to be the one that likes to push early so far in our first 2 events. We got Maddie Scott, and then, we got Emma Mallow from St. Charles down there in 1. She's second. So, you got Maddie Scott making a considerable jump here. Abby Smith flanking her hip. And then Abigail Ferguson third. Or, no, it could be Emma Mallow. Yep. Emma Mallow third, 59.1, 58.7 for, 58.0 for Maddie, and 58.7 for Abby Smith. And it looks like Abby Smith is starting to push, trying to catch on that lead from Maddie Scott. As they come into the 150, Abby Smith went past. Followed right behind by Maddie Scott, who made the early push. And Emma Mallow down there from St. Charles is still in third. Can she hold on? Looks like lane 8, Annie Hughes making a surge at the end here. Maddie Scott and Abby Smith coming down to the wire. This is a great finish, guys. It's going to be Abby Smith, 201.03. Maddie Scott, 201.27. And then Annie Hugh from Rockville, third, 202.76. All right. We're getting ready for them to bring out the A final. As our contestants make their way. they come. Got a lot of the usual suspects back. A lot of the same from the 100 free last night. All right. Setting up our lanes. In lane 1, Lane Langenbrunner from Fast Falcons. Ellie Chinea from Long Island Express in 2. Vera Chen from Long Island Aquatic in 3. Your top qualifier from this morning, Amelia Alsina from Rockville. In 5 from Nova, you've got Yara Sablina. In 6, Long Island Aquatics, Molly Joseph. 7 from Mundelein, we have Angie Lang. And in 8, from Nation's Capital, Reagan Robinson. So there were 4 this morning that broke 2 minutes. The meet record in this event was set last year by Sarah Young, 154.94. Our fastest qualifier, Amelia, is 156.7. Good clean start. Looks like Amelia Alsina has underwaters and strokes that are pretty darn good. Very seasoned. Yara right next to her, trying to challenge her, both 156 and 157 this morning. And Amelia's first, 26.3. Yara, 26.5. And Vera Chen, 27.1. Amelia's starting to extend a little bit of a lead, not too much. Probably a head length or so in front of Yara. Now it's extending to about a half a body length as she goes into the 100. Amelia, 55.37. If she can hold this pace, she might be getting the meet record. She's going to have to stay pretty low 29s. She's out in a 55. And she's extending her lead on Yara. Great race for third here between Vera and Ellie in lanes 2 and 3. And 29.7, so she's going to have to go a 29. Yeah, she's going to have to really push it. She's going to have to go at least a 29.9. No, 29.87. So she's coming off that last wall. Looks like she's making a good, strong, steady case. So this is going to be tight. Oh, yeah, she's got it. 154.25 for Amelia Alsina. New meet record. Great swim by Amelia. Second place, Yara Subalina from Nova, 156.59. And in third, Vera Chen just touching out Ellie, 158.08. All of them were better than this morning, those top few. Oh, that's a great start already to the meet. Got a meet record already. All right, we're setting up the lanes now for the C final for the boys, 12 and under 200 free. Matthew Spans from Machine in 1, Devin White back in 2, his teammate James Allen in 3, Rockville's Nico Barisi in 4, his teammate Michael Smugareski in 5, Sam Branch Mack in 6, Point Aquatics Liam Hafner in 7, and Xander Tan from Nova in 8. All right. Looks like Smugareski's out first. Stroke rate is Actually, pretty quick for a 200. If he can hold on to that, he's going to have a monster swim. Matthew Spans down here in lane 1 is right behind him there. 26.7, 27.3. And then Xander Tan up in lane 8, 27.6. So Smugareski is still first, followed closely behind by Xander in lane 8. And Spans in lane 1. Come to the 100. Smugareski out in 57.1, 57.8 for Tan, 58.1 for Spans. Now, can the rest of the field gain some ground and try and close it in on him? Still looks like Smugareski and Tan are the two to beat. Tan's making a nice little move here. Making it a really close race here between, right now, in fact, I think Tan has just taken the lead. And he has. 128.5 to 128.7. The rest of the field seems to be trying to close in a little bit. A nice race for third here. Smugareski and Tan to duke it out, but then you got Barisi, Allen, Branch, and Hafner duking it out for third. And Smugareski with the win, 158.6. Tan a tenth behind him, 158.7. And Nico Barisi, 200.41 for third place.
Hey, that was worth it.
All right. Now we're getting set up for B final here. Swimming in lane 1 from Rochester, Connor Zuli. In 2 from Swim, Maxwell Kratzoff. Grant Brown, Mack in 3. St. Andrews, Jackson Brown at 4. Josh Soderlund in cap 5. Colin Lee, his teammate, in 6. Jordan Jang, Lake Erie in 7. And Jason Shue from Rockville in 8. Nice underwaters out of lane 6 there, Colin Lee. Always want to try and get those underwaters taught at an early age. It's much harder to teach them when they get older than it is when they're young. So right now I'd probably say the advantage goes to lane 8 and lane 2, which is Kratzoff and Jason Shue. We go into the third wall. Looks like Jackson Brown is right with them. Jackson Brown is also the name of a singer from the 70s and 80s, in case anybody wanted to know that trivia. Kratzoff first, Brown second, and Jordan Jang from Lake Erie in 7 is in third. Jackson Brown with a really quick stroke rate. Comes off the wall. Looks like Josh Soderlund has really got nice long strokes. He's making his move now. He and Brown will be 1-2 by 2/10 coming off that wall. But right behind him are Colin Lee and Jordan Jang. So this is shaping up to be a really good heat. Looks like Soderlund is taking the lead by a bit, but here comes Colin Lee. It's going to be tight. Oh, you've got Jordan Jang, too. Oh, Jordan Jang touches him out at the end. Lake Erie, 155.71. Colin Lee, 155.74. Josh Soderlund, 155.78. That's some good racing right there, guys. Really good. And now we are moving on to the A final in the boys 12 and under 200 freestyle. More of the usual suspects here. So this record, 148.03, is set by a guy who's swimming in the finals tonight at NCAA's, Thomas Heilman. Let's set the lanes. Declan Bell from NCAP in 1. Ozaki's Charlie Reynolds in 2. In 3, Cullen Daniel from Nova. Your top qualifier from Verona, Caleb Gudovich. Eli Purdon from Mac in lane 5. Adriano, man, I hope his parents must have really enjoyed that. Lane 6. Philippos in lane 7, and Jacob Gash from Rockville in lane number 8. All right. So our top qualifier this morning, Caleb Gudovich, 152.9. Eli Purdon right behind him, though, at 153.15. So this may be a great race. Gudovich has been pretty spot on so far this meet, so. And they're off. Wow, Caleb Gudovich. Sheesh. Underwaters are ridiculous. Got great underwaters from Cullen Daniel and Eli Purdon, but Gudovich's underwaters are at the next level. So Gudovich out front, 24-26. As I said, the record's 148.03. Coming off the third wall, Gudovich has a body length lead on Eli Purdon. Cullen Daniel in third as they approach this wall. Gudovich 51.8, Eli Purdon 52.9, 53.4 for Cullen Daniel. Looks like Eli Purdon's starting to make a little bit of a move on Gudovich. Does he have what it takes to track the champ down and give him a run for his money? Yeah, it was a body length. Now it's closer to 3/4. And right on, 119.8, 121. He's going to have to really push it this last 50 if he wants to get this record. It's going to be tight. Gudovich coming down, 148.03. He's got it, 147.38. Second record of the night already. We've only swam 2 events so far. Eli Purdon real close too, 149.04. Third place, Cullen Daniel, Nova, 153.52. That is 2 meet records in 2 events. That's some good stuff right there. All right, we are bringing out the final heat 12 of the girls 500 freestyle. All of the other 11 heats swam this morning. So based on how these girls do, we'll determine who finishes in the top 8. As this is a time final event, you don't have to make it to the last heat in order to be into the top final. So coming out, meet record in this 448.94 set in 2019 by Hannah Shmuzu Bo. All right, Vivi Murphy, BSC in 1. Kira Druck from Lakers in 2. Molly Wadakis, Hinsdale in 3. Top qualifier so far, Mara Ahern, Rockville in 4. Mila Fisher, Long Island in 5. Her teammate Leah O'Connell in 6. Sarah Young from Rockville in 7. And rounding out the field, Yuri Shlivko from Long Island in lane 8. This heat looks ready to rock. I do not have the times. Oh, yes, hold on. I may have the times. Quick sec here. And they're off. Top times from this morning. Margot Full from MAC, 5:00:89. Sienna Herrera from LCAC in second, 5:02:19. And Charlotte Bruning, 5:03:51 from Nova in third from this morning. Looks like right now, Molly Wadakis always likes to push it strong in the beginning. So she's making a good push here. Ahern is right on her hip along with Fisher. Wadakis 28.8. She's out at 55.2. Ahern 55.6 and Fisher 55.8. So these girls are out fast. As I said, meet record 4:48.94 set in 2019. Many of these girls have what it takes to get this done. We shall find out. Wadakis still the lead. 124.5, 124.8, 125.4 for Fisher. Wadakis the pace setter. Ahern on her hip. Fisher right there too. As we head to the 200 here, Wadakis 154.2. Ahern 154.4 and Fisher 155.3. Wadakis and Ahern both had the exact same split time on that 50. Looks like Ahern is starting to close the gap just a little bit. Maybe a tenth or two as we head into halfway point of this event. Wadakis, actually, Ahern was faster on that 50, so 224.14, 224.17, 225.4. And then you've got that's Sarah Young up there in lane 7, who's all of a sudden the secret. Wadakis saw that Ahern was ahead of her and decided she didn't like that very much. Wow. Last 50 was a 29.9. This one was 28.9. So 253.1, 254.0, 255 for Young and Fisher. As Wadakis is charging, that is the 350 mark. 29.3. Ahern has not yet gone over 30. And Wadakis has not gone over 30 yet on her either. Quarter left. 5 lengths left. Does Ahern have what it takes to bring Wadakis down, or is Wadakis' strategy going to pay off? Right now, it looks like Wadakis is fully in control. 29.8. Good race there with Fisher and Young for third. And Leah O'Connell's trying to stay in there with them. Okay, Wadakis is coming into the final 50. She's got a 29.7, so no danger of the record being broken. But whoa, look at Mila Fisher coming up on Mara Ahern. Challenge for that second spot. To come off the wall together. Who's got... Wadakis is going to win this. Going to go low 450s, maybe 452. 451.5. Fisher second, 453.6. And Ahern third, 454.3. So that was a really good race there. Wadakis just pretty much leading from start to finish, minus that 150. So now we get ready for the 13-14 boys 500 free as they parade them out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a good race here, guys. Should be interesting. All right. We're going to set the lanes here. Nation Capitals, Rihanna Hua in 1. Daniel Bungie from Nova in 2. Likes to slap himself. Xander Pika from Rockville in lane 3. Your top qualifier, Jaden Sy, 430.76 from Laker. Jax Capon from Academy in 5. Parker Wheeler from St. Andrews in 6. BBA's Anderson Wozniak in 7. That's Blazing Barracudas. And swims Grant Winterton rounding out the field in lane 8. Now, this is a time final event, so based on what they swam this morning, whoever the top 8 finishers are going to be able to podium in this. And let's see here. Our top time from this morning, 444.8 from Benjamin Henlon from Eagle. Trent Abbott, 449.7. And then Charlie Martin from Hinsdale, 450.9. Those are the top 3 from this morning. So, meet record in this is set last year by Kai Joyner from Rochester with a 429.78. And the fastest qualifier, Jaden Sy, is entered at a 430.76. So he is 98 hundredths away from possibly getting another meet record. And as he always does, Jaden just looks really fantastic right off the bat. But I can tell you this, knowing that Jackson Capon's older brother, Braden, used to have this record before Kai broke it. I'm wondering if Jackson might want to see if he can get the record back for the Capon family. Jackson, this our best time prior to today, 435.03. So 50.7 for Jaden out, 51.1 for Jax out. I will say this, and hopefully his mom and brother are listening. Jax and Braden may not have the best looking strokes, but man, are they powerful under that water. In fact, Braden's only really good looking stroke that he has above water is breaststroke. So hopefully you heard that, Braden. It looks like Jaden coming here to the 200. He's going to be about a 144 high. 145.0, so I was pretty close. 146.2 for Jax at the 200. Race for third is looking pretty interesting too. You've got Parker Wheeler there, and then Rihanna Hua down in lane 1 is looking at a possible outside smoke in the outside lane. Jaden's extending his lead a tad, but Jax won't go away. He's going to fight you the whole race. So he was 2:12 out. That is a he could possibly get this record if he's able to hold on to these. It's going to take a lot of effort. Jaden's looking really strong. 240.31, 242.3 for Jax. And third still Parker Wheeler over there in lane 6. We're coming into he looks really strong. He's still holding the high 27s, 308.09. So his counter has started counting for him before he even got off the wall. So that was unique. He's heading in. He's got another 125. Can he do that from where he is at now in a minute? So right now he's looking pretty strong, 27-2. Boy, has he picked it up. That is, and Jax 28-3, still holding low 28s for Jax. Jaden Tsai here has got a really good looking last 75, hopefully. But man, that went from a 27-8 to a 27-2. Look at him finish. 27-3. Oh, he's got to go. He's got to go at 27-0 if he wants to get that record. He's got to go. Come on, get him going. Come on, even though you can't hear you guys, cheer him on. I think he's okay, 4:29.78. Oh, so close. 4:29.83, but man, what a race for Jaden Tsai. Oh, if he just hadn't clipped his fingernails. 4:35.32, Jax Capon. Third place, Parker Wheeler from St. Andrews, 4:42.80. But, you're just unreal. Great effort by Jaden Tsai. Great effort by everybody in that heat. Just missed the record, but congrats to everybody. They're getting ready to do awards, and we'll be back with you to start the 12 and under 50 breaststroke.
Staging area, the 12 and under 200 freestyle and the 13 and 14 500 freestyle. And it looks like our ladies are here for the awards, making their way out to the award stand. That's our starting blocks. In 8th place, Reagan Robinson of Nation's Capital. 7th place goes to Fast Falcons, Lane Langenbrunner. In 6th place, Mundelein Mustang Swim Club, Angie Lang. In 5th place is Long Island Aquatics, Molly Joseph. In 4th place, Ellie Chania of Long Island Express. The bronze going to Long Island, Vera Chen. The silver going to Nova of Virginia, Yara Sibolina. And number 1 getting the gold, a new meet record, 154.25, Rockville, Montgomery, Amelia Alcina. And bringing out the gentleman now for the 200 freestyle in 8th place, Long Island Aquatics, Filipos Montantonakis. 7th place goes to Rockville, Montgomery, Jacob Gash. 6th place to Nation's Capital, Declan Bell. In 5th place, Arlington Aquatic, Adrian Adriano. 4th place, Ozaki Aquatics, Charlie Reynolds. In 3rd, the bronze, Nova of Virginia, Colin Daniel. In 2nd, Madison Aquatic Club, Eli Purdon. And number 1, from Verona area swim team, a new meet record, 147.38, Caleb Gudovich getting the gold. And doing the Walk of Fame right now, the ladies for the 13 and 14 500 freestyle. In 8th place, Low Country, Sienna Herrera. In 7th place is Barracuda Swim Club, Vivi Murphy. In 6th place, Monocacy Aquatic Club, Margot Full. 5th place goes to Leah O'Connell of Long Island Aquatic Club. 4th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Sarah Young. The bronze going to Rockville, Montgomery, Mara Ahern. The silver to Long Island Aquatic Club, Mila Fisher. And the gold, Molly Wadikis of Hinsdale Swim Club. And again, congratulations to the ladies. And decisions settled in the gentlemen's 13 and 14 500 freestyle. 8th place going to Rion Ahuja of Nation's Capital. Anderson Wozniak in 7th for Blazing Barracudas. In 6th place, Daniel Bunge of Nova of Virginia Aquatics. 5th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Xander Pica. In 4th place, Eagle Swim Team, Benjamin Henlon. The bronze to Parker Wheeler of Swim Atlanta. The silver to Academy Bullets, Jax Capon. And number 1, near record time, 4:29.83, Lakers Swim Club, Jaden Sy. And again, congratulations, gentlemen. And staging now for the 12 and under 50 breaststroke. And lane number 8, it's Nova Virginia, Grace.
All right, we're back. C final. Lyndon Hall from Nova in 1. Anna Ring, Long Island 2. Julie Carrick, Rockville 3. Julia Meyer, East Moline in 4. Ole's Hadley Hugo in 5. CRA's Lina Huang in 6. Lindy Gerald Fast in 7. And Harper Grace Johnson from Nova in 8.
Let's go, Hadley!
And they're off. Really quick. Nice start from everybody in the field. Looks like Harper Grace up there in lane 8. And Julia Meyer. Woo! They're moving. Julia's first at the 25. But Harper Grace had a really good pullout. So let's see if pullout beats breaststroke. Julia Meyer. Harper Grace, Julia Meyer, Harper Grace. It looks like Julia Meyer is going to come out. And yes, she has won the first heat, 32:52. Time this morning was 33:35. That's a huge drop. All right, second was Julia Carrick, Rockville, 32.9, and third was Harper Grace, 33.0. So great swim, ladies. And now it's up is the B final. 12 and under girls, 50 breaststroke. Katie Lehan from Academy in 1. Catherine James, Nation Capital 2. Long Island's Julia Lynn in 3. Liana Edwards Mack in 4. Eagles Evelyn Koo in 5. SRVA Lexi Hinst in 6. Hernandez in 7. And Alicia Wu in lane 8. Lane 6 had a really nice start there. Lexi Hinst. Turnover rate. Lane 4, Liana Edwards has a really quick turnover. And lane 5's pullout. Evelyn Koo had a great underwater pullout. This is going to be a tight race. It looks like Evelyn's got, oh, no. Bullets girl, Katie Lehan. At the very end there, sneaks in the outside smoke from Academy, 32-36. Very nice. Catherine James, 32.56 in second. And then Evelyn Koo from Eagle in third. All right. And that sets us up now for the A final. Okay, setting them up. Isabel Tran from Nova in lane 1. In 2, Emerald Caston, Nation's Capital. In 3, we've got Jacqueline Keister from Hokie. In 4, your top qualifier, Eva Garcia from Rockville. In 5, Lillian Rowald from East Moline, the smallest but the mightiest of the group. In 6, Salem Shaw, Rockville. In lane 7, Angie Lang from Mundelein. And your lane 8, Hinsdale's Avery Young. So let's see if size does matter in a 50 breaststroke. And they're off. Wow. Immediately, Rowald, Garcia have got it. And Rowald with the lead going out. Can she hold on? We got Shaw, Rowald, and Garcia. Looks like Lillian Rowald is going to run away with this with a great swim, 30.71. And then Emerald Caston, second, 31.40. And then Eva Garcia, 31.54, your top 3 finishers. So East Moline really knows how to bring the breaststrokers. Good job, ladies. All right. All right. We've got C final here. Jordan Jang, Lake Erie in 1. Tobias Pierre Canal in 2. Gabriel Norman 3. Janksy Aldanis 4. Dino Velopoulos in 5. Jaden Chen in 6, Raleigh Whistler in 7, and Jeremy Mao in 8. Look at that nice underwater pull out there from Janksy. And at the turn, it looks like it's Jaden, Raleigh, and Janksy. And right now, this is tight. This is tight. Looks like lane 2. Oh my gosh. Tobias Pierre Cannell touching him out, 31.77. Jaden Chen, 31.85. As you got Tobias doing a little celebratory congratulations for himself. That's good. And Jordan Jang, top 3, 32.2. So good work, fellas. And next we have the B final for the 12 and under boys 50 breast. We've got Michael Bagley from Machine in 1, Piero Bruzzo, Mac in 2, Matthias Atros, Laker 3, Edison Wright, NCAP 4, Henry Neal, Rockville 5, Grant Feller, Win in 6, Eagles. I'm not sure. I lost Gavin P in 7 and Jack High from Mavs in lane 8. Looks like lane 5 might have the early advantage along with lane 6. That's Henry Neal and Grant Feller. Grant Feller with a really nice underwater pullout. He went in behind, and look at lane 1 down there too, Michael Bagley. So, yeah, Grant Feller with a huge underwater pullout. What'd he go? 30.9. Michael Bagley, second, 31.4. And third was Henry Neal, 31.54. So that's a really good second or B final. And now they're parading out the A finalists for the 12 and under boys 50 breaststroke. Record set in 2025 last year by Brian Sanjaya. Okay, that's definitely not lane 1 right there, but that will be. That is Adrian Adriano from AAC. Maxi Yanov from from Metro in 2. Eli Purdon, Mac in 3. Jeffrey Cardy, I'm going to start calling him the Pope because of that hat, in 4 from LCAC. KKW's Roman Olson in 5. Joe Kennedy from New Trier in 6. Jason Clark from Patriot in 7. And Tommy Johnson from New Trier in 8. So we've got Joe Kennedy and Tommy Johnson, both from New Trier in one heat. They're off. Cardi with a really nice fast start. And Roman Olson had a really good underwater pullout. Looks like stroke rate is complete opposites. Roman Olson with a nice controlled stroke rate. Cardi just likes to quick. Oh, it's going to be tight. Who do we got? Right now, I'm going to go Roman Olson with the win. 28.76, 5 100ths off the meet record for Roman Olson. Cardi in second, 29 flat. Third place, Eli Purdon, 29.79. So almost had another meet record broken there. And now we're moving on to the 13-14 girls 100 breaststroke C final. Maggie Mongavin, Ozaki in 1. Stella Harms, NCAP 2. Allison Gradich, NCAP 3. Isabella Mierke in Hinsdale 4. Jenny Burke, Mac in 5. Bethany Janalik in Mac in 6. Charlotte Bruning, Nova in 7. And Boyana Sheka from Academy in 8. See who wins here. The underwater pullout, I would have to go with 3 or 7. That'd be Allison Gradich or Charlotte Bruning. They all, wow, that's a really good first 25 where they're all tightly contested. Slight edge right now to Gradich. Although Bojana Chekya and Maggie Mongavin, outside smoke possibilities here in lane 1 and up in lane 8. And is that Jenny Burke now making a move? She's taking the lead going into the third 25. Got a slight advantage over Gradich and Sheka. Oh, and then Charlotte Bruning all of a sudden back into the mix. Oh, whoa, no. Maggie Mongavin. Is Maggie going to get it? Out of lane 1? Yes, Maggie Mongavin. 106.81. Nice outside smoke for Maggie. Followed behind by Jenny Burke, 107.18. Allison Gradich from NCAP in third, 107.54. Moving on to the B final. Elena Lindley from Rockville in 1. Clara Yoon from Rockville in 2. Sophia Rogenbuck, Olympia 3. Allie Sanders, St. Andrews 4. Leah O'Connell, Long Island in 5. East Moline's Natalie Halpin 6. Olympia's Kayla Klein at 7, and Rise's Nina Camerali in 8. Okay. Another good first 25 for these guys. Looks like Allie Sanders has got a slight advantage going in right next to Sophia Rogenbuck and Elena Lindley, 30.9, 31.2, 31.2. You have to pick it up here a little bit on the second 50 if you want to try and catch those guys. And Sanders, looks like Camerali, maybe Klein, Halpin, and Leah O'Connell there. All busting up for trying to get third. Oh, she's got it. Uh-oh. Is Rogenbuck going to get her? And, wow, 106.19 Sanders, 106.23 Camerali, 106.27 for Rogenbuck. Nice race. And now they are parading out the A finalists. This should be a fun race. Meet record in this race is a 101.54, set in 2019 by Zoe Skirbel. Zoe was a qualifier at NCAA's last week and swam pretty well. Here we go, setting up the lanes. In lane 1, we've got Reese Leader from Lake Country. In 2, Annabelle Roby, Rockville in 2. In 3, Yuri Shlivko from Long Island Aquatic in 3. Your top qualifier, Isla Rapcan from Rise in 4. Right next to her, Helen Manick from Academy Bullets in 5. And Lexi Kyriakopoulos, who likes to shadow box, in 6. Esma Shen from Patriot in 7. And Una Nelson from Dragon in lane number 8. Let's have a little fun here, ladies. Let's see what you got.
Isla last year set the record for the 11 and 1200 breaststroke with 105.
Enters very clean. Helen with those massive underwaters, really, really good. And Helen always likes to set the pace early. But Isla's breaststroke is just a thing of beauty. I mean, she pushes forward so much. She is never moving backwards. Helen Manick, though, is impressing the heck out of me here, too. Great first 50 as they come to the wall. Isla out 29-2, 29-8 for Helen. Helen, those pullouts keeping her in this race, but Isla starting to pull away from the competition. Isla hits that wall, 46. Comes up really strong. Helen's great underwater, is keeping her about a body length behind Isla. If she doesn't go 102, I get to call her a new name. 102.45. Beautiful swim. 105.04. Oh, I'm sorry. Correction. Reese Leader from lane 1. Wow. Came out of nowhere. 104.52. And Yuri Shlivko, 104.94. So I guess I can keep calling her Isla Rapcan now instead of Isla Romcom. All right. Nathan Fuller, C-final 100 boys 100 breaststroke. Nathan Fuller 1, Sawyer Davis 2, Will McAndrews 3, Elvis Gavrilch 4, Jason Puchek 5, Joseph 6, Avi Bodner in 7, and Charlie Troyer in 8. And I have to apologize to all of you. I have a swimmer in the next heat, so I will be taking the next heat off to cheer on my swimmer. And right now it's 8-5. You got Jackson and Charlie early lead. Then you got Elvis with a really nice pull out there in the middle. But right now Jackson's setting the tone, setting the pace early. And then Nathaniel Fuller down in lane 1 in second. So 28-8, 29-2. Elvis is trying to make a move, seeing if he can catch Jackson here off that third turn. Coming home, it's Jackson who has a sizable lead on Elvis. And then we got Will McAndrews here. 101.38, 102.50, and 102.92. I will be back in a couple of heats. All right. Let's go, Easton!
B finalist.
Go, shoot!
And Jack Schneider in lane number 5 had point position at the turn. Sawyer McGonigal in lane 6 had second seat. And McGonigal starting to make a move. Oh, this is going to be great. Bringing it back in lane number 4. And there it is, stopping the clock. Alonzo Amora. What a finish, that last 5 meters. 1 minute, 18 100 seconds to get that first tag. That second tag in, Brandon Ing at 1 minute, 61 100 seconds. And that third tag in, Jack Schneider at 1 minute, 65 100 seconds. And getting ready now, our championship finalists making their way out. And that first 50, a three-way tie it looked like from up here. Scoreboard says something different, but not much. 27-2-3, 27-2-5, 27-3-5 at a turn. And bringing it home under the flags, into the wall, that long reach. That's Ryan Yao taking the tag at 57-4-8 to take the big points. That second tag in. Hudson Brennan at 58-01. And the third tag in, Salim Erickson at 58-04. Getting ready now to present awards for the Breaststroke Series. And presenting the ladies 12 and under for the 50 breaststroke. In 8th place, Angie Lang, a Mundelein Mustang Swim Club. 7th place goes to Nova, Virginia, Isabel Tran. In 6th place, Hinsdale Swim Club, Avery Young. 5th place, H2 Oki Aquatics, Jacqueline Keister. In 4th, Rockville, Montgomery, Salem Shaw. 3rd goes to Eva Garcia of Rockville, Montgomery. The silver to Emerald Caston of Nation's Capital. And number 1, posting him with a 30.71, Eastmoreland Swim Club, Lillian Rowold. And congratulations to the ladies. The gentlemen in the 50 breaststroke now taking ownership of the award stand. In 8th place, New Trier's Tommy Johnson. 7th place, Arlington Aquatic, Adrian Adriano. In 6th place, Patriot Aquatics, Jason Clark. In 5th place, Metro Surge Aquatic Club, Maxie Yanoff. Block number 4, New Trier Aquatics, Joe Kennedy. The bronze going to Madison Aquatic Club, Eli Purdon. The silver to Low Countries, Jeffrey Carty. And the gold, posting him in the winning time at 28.76, Ketchikan Killer Whales, Roman Olson. And congratulations, gentlemen. Our next focus, the ladies, 13 and 14 for the 100 breaststroke. And in 8th place, making their way to the award stand, Una Nelson of the Red Dragon Swim Club. We have no 7th place going to share in the stand for 6th. It's Rise Aquatics, Lexi Kirakopoulos and Annabelle Roby of Rockville, Montgomery, tying for 6th place. Esme Shen in 5th, Patriot Aquatics, Academy Bullets, Helen Manick in 4th. In 3rd, Long Island Aquatics, Yuri Slivko. 2nd, the silver going to Lake Country, Reese Leader. Number 1, Isla Rapcan of Rise Aquatics getting the gold, posting him with a winning time of 102.45. And presenting the gentlemen 13 and 14 now for the 100 breaststroke. Making his way over to the award stand in lane number 8, Trip Thomas getting 8th place, Rockville, Montgomery. 7th place, unattached Rio Breaker. In 6th place, Nation's Capital, Aiden Kim. Fifth place goes to Rockville Montgomery, Brian Sanjaya. In fourth, Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, Jax Miller. The bronze going to Rockville Montgomery, Salim Erickson. The silver to Rochester Swim Club, Hudson Brennan. And number one, posting in with a 57.48, Long Island Aquatic Club, Ryan Yao getting the gold.
That concludes the awards for the breaststrokes. We are on now to the 12 and under 100 backstrokes and the 13-14 200s backstroke. I'm going to let everybody know that I do have a swimmer in the A final of the 13-14 girls 200 backstroke, so I will not be announcing that heat. I will try and get back as soon as I can. All right, here we go. Emma Pham in 1, Elizabeth Goins 2, Samantha Bester in 3, Abigail Ferguson 4, Amelia Alcina in 5, Kinley Heinrich in 6, Avery Young in 7, and Juliet Fiore in 8. 4 lengths of backstroke. All right. Let's see who's got the best underwaters. Looks like lane 4 and 5, Abigail Ferguson and Amelia Alcina. There's a 5-way race right there with 4 through 8. Abigail, Amelia, Kinley, Avery, Julia. Oh, well, look at lane 1 down there. Emma Pham, Rise, is hiding from me. Out in 29.7. Whoa. Look at that. We've got a few more that are trying to charge, but right now I'd still say Emma Pham has a slight advantage. And then you've got Alcina, Kinley Heinrich, and Avery Young coming in, but this is definitely going to be Emma Pham's race. Emma, 101 flat. Avery Young second, 101.8, and then Kinley Heinrich, Sioux Falls in third, 102.51. All right. Next up, the B final. We've got Long Island's Julia Lynn in 1. Maya Coleman from Swim Atlanta in 2. Tanya Spritz, Rise in 3. Lane Langenbruder in 4 from Fast. Maya Bryan, Hinsdale 5. Julie Carrick, Rockville 6. Kenzie Alex, NCAP in 7. And Brooke Dalton, NCAP in 8. All right. It's pretty even, the first 25. Maybe slight advantage goes in the middle of the pool to Lane and Mia. And then you got lane 1 down here again, another outside smoke. Might have missed her wall there on her first. Feet might have hit a little too high. Looked like she was a little close to that wall. Looks like Bayan has got a lead here going into the final push-off. Really good on her underwaters. And Tanya Spritz is really pushing it this last 25, and it looks like Tanya's going to out-duel Mia. Yeah, 1-0. Well, not so sure on that. But anyway, shows Mia in first, Tanya in second, and Maya in third. 101.2, 101.7, 101.9. I don't know if Tanya may have missed the wall a little bit on that finish. As here comes the, hi girls, here comes the A final. A lot of Usual suspects here. All right, Kelsey Cook from Clippers in 1. Long Island's Molly Joseph in 2. Sioux Falls' Riley Wagers in 3. Top qualifier Morgan Wu from Long Island in 4. Glenbrook's Izzy Peterson in 5. Nova's Isabel Tran in 6. In 7, we've got Vera Chen from Long Island. And next to her teammate Slate Koss, which is a really cool name if you think about it. Slate Koss, that's really cool. So we've got the final heat here, the A final for the 12 and under 100 backstroke. Record was set last year, time of 56:44 by Kennedy Maston. Oh, yep. Morgan Wu. Incredibly good underwaters. You know, she has underwaters beyond her years. I mean, she's going over half the pull length on those underwaters. And the funny thing is, if you watch everybody's backstroke, everybody here has got a great backstroke, but they won't be able to really compete against Morgan's underwaters like that. Setting herself ahead of the rest of the field by 2 body lengths going into the final turn, 42. So I don't think she's going to be able to get Kennedy's record, but still going to be a very impressive swim. Almost out of camera view there. And 57-10. Really nice swim for Morgan Wu. Second place, Izzy Peterson, 59.6. And third, Riley Wagers, Sioux Falls, 59.8. That was a nice, fast heat. Now we're setting ourselves up for the C final for boys 12 and under 100 back. Hank Lindbergh Nova in 1, Avery Hugh Nova in 2. Nation Capital Sean Murphy 3, Xander Tan Nova in 4. Declan Bell NCAP 5. Anthony Newman Academy 6. George Chernev in 7, and Leon Zakarchemny from Rockville in 8. And again, my apologies for any of the butchering or slaying of these names, as I'm just not very good at pronouncing some of these names. C final, going in the wall first. It looks like lanes 7 and 7, 5, 4. Okay. All right, stand corrected. 4 and 3 looks like they have the early advantage. That would be Xander Tan, and being flanked by NCAP boys Sean Murphy and Declan Bell. Definitely Xander with about a half a body length lead going on here. Declan Bell's really having a strong showing here. Or excuse me, Xander Tan, my mistake. But as soon as I said Declan Bell, he started pushing. So Xander Tan's going to have the win. Declan Bell right behind him, and then Sean Murphy behind him. Xander 100.72, 101.41 Declan, and Sean 102.05. All that were quicker than this morning. All right, B final. We have B finalists: Sal Mendolia in 1. Devin White in 2, Jason Clark in 3, Xander Silgalis in 4, Charlie Reynolds in 5, Jacob Schwang in 6, Charlie Williams in 7, and Sam Branch in 8. Really nice underwaters there from Jason Clark. He's setting the tone early. There's a nice race going on for second here. Although I will say Xander Silgalis is starting to catch Jason a little bit. 28-4, 29-0, 29-1 for Jacob Schwang. The thing I would say for Xander is he wants to get his hips up a little bit higher. But Xander's going to have the lead going into the final turn. And Xander, Jason, and Jacob all vying for that top spot in the B final. I give the slight edge to Xander as they go into the wall, and it is indeed Xander 58-81. Jason Clark 58-92 in second, and Jacob Schwang 59-07 in third. And it looks like Xander's family is really happy as they're sitting next to me and they're giving each other high fives and all kinds of cool stuff. All right. A finalists are parading out now. Meet record in this event is a 54-70, set back in 2016 by Ronald Dalmasio. Well, I'm butchering everybody's name tonight. Set up the lanes. Connor Zulai, Rochester in 1. Cullen Daniel Nova in 2. Jason Shue, Rockville in 3. Top seed Caleb Gudovich from Verona in 4. Colin Lee from NCAP in 5. Roman Olson, KKW in 6. Lawrence Fanschmidt from St. Andrews in 7. And Adrian Adriano. This is his third swim of the night. My goodness, man. These kids are tough. He's in lane 8. And I hope if somebody's listening for Adrian Adriano, I hope you give his parents some guff for naming their kid Adrian Adriano. All right. A finalist entering the water. Off really well. Oh, somebody can actually rival Gudovich's underwaters here. Looks like Colin Lee and Roman Olson have solid underwaters as well. A little long. Gudovich out to a half a body length lead already. Right behind him, Colin Lee, Roman Olson. And then coming off that second wall, they're out in 27.05, 27.8, and 29.0. Or 28.2, excuse me. Gudovich, a body length ahead of the rest of the field. Coming off the final wall. Looks like it's going to be a nice race for second with Colin Lee and Roman Olson. And Caleb Gudovich, 55.86. Oh, Roman Olson with the touch out of Colin Lee, 57.50 and 57.52 respectively. So good racing, boys. All right, getting up for the girls 13-14 200 backstroke. Record is set 2 years ago by Rachel Ritter of Sioux Falls. Allie Barron from Mavs in 1. Elsa Lapine, Ozaki 2. Nina Camerali, Rise in 3. Olivia Browning, Nova in 4. Sophia Angela Paulo, BSC in 5. Jordan McPhee, Verona 6. Kyla Heinrich, Sioux Falls 7. And Margaret Hepper from Nova in 8. All right. Looks like Kyla Heinrich had some nice underwaters to start. Looks like she's taken the early advantage. Out very strong that first 25. Looks like she's settling in a little bit, but still has a nice flowing stroke. And now it looks like Allie Barron from Mavs is your early leader out at 28.8. Looks like Allie, Nina, and Kyla, your top 3, at least going into the 75. Although I will say Olivia and Sophia just made a move on that 25, but right now it's definitely Allie Barron. Boy, Mavs have been swimming lights out at night. Allie looks great at the 100, 1:00.01. Kyla second, 1:01.33. And Sophia in third, 1:01.45. Allie Barron still your leader. Looks like Olivia Browning is taking over second now. Kyla Heinrich in third. But man, Allie Barron having a swim. I hope she can hold on this last 50. That would be great. 1:32.5. And then you got Olivia Browning second, Kyla Heinrich in third. Can they bring it home? Can Allie hold on? She's starting to get tired. Oh, it's going to be a great race. Heinrich, Browning, Allie Barron. Who's going to take it? Oh, I think Allie Barron is going to hold them off. Yep. 2:05.32, 2:05.60, and 2:05.96 for Kyla Heinrich. So nice swim. All big time drops from this morning. Okay, I'm going to set the lanes and then I'm going to go because I have a swimmer in the next heat for for B final. Lane 1, Ginny Kutner, Long Island. Sarah Stiegel, LCAC in 2. Mara Ahern, Rockville in 3. Kara Brady, Hinsdale in 4. Lexi Johnson, Rockville in 5. Long Island's Lillian Karate in 6. Nova's Charlotte Bruning in 7. And Collins Brock from Rise in 8. I will be back in a little bit.
And Lillian Karate over in lane number 6 had point on that first 50, bringing it back. And we're going to change leaders. Cara Brady in lane number 4, but not by much. 14/100ths of a second difference on a turn doesn't mean anything. Lillian Karate still there at the top edge. And Jenny Gutner in lane number 1, not to be dismissed. Again, those outside sneaky swimmers. We got a lot of them in this swim meet. I don't know where they come from. This almost looks like the Japan Olympics, where that outside sneaky guy from the United States just busted up the Olympic records in the distance events. And moving up into the wall, almost synchronized swimming down with the stroke cycle and the reach. Lillian Karate taking the tag. 2:04.64, 2:04.69, 5/100ths of a second difference there. Charlotte Bruning, the second tag in, and that third tag in, 2:05.50. Cara Brady getting the third tag in. And bringing them out the top 8 qualifiers in the ladies 200 backstroke. And introducing our top 8 qualifiers from Nova of Virginia in lane number 8, Plantar Ashlisha. At block number 1, Nova of Virginia, Lane Jacobs. At block number 7, Long Island Aquatics, Leah O'Connell. At block number 2, Gabby Graham of Academy Bullets. Block number 6, Lila Fleming of Long Island Aquatic. Block number 3, that's Maggie Montiel of Academy Bullets. Block number 5, the chief agitator, Peoria Water Wizards, Cam Gardner. And at block number 4, in the hot seat, Patriot Aquatics, Ella Brace. And good to go. At the starting blocks are C finalists for the gentlemen 13 and 14. 200 backstroke, Daniel Bunge at block number 1. Luke Jacobs takes block number 2. At block number 3, it's David Zand. Daniel Nikonchuk at block number 4. Block number 5 is Logan Phillips. Ryan Ihuja at block number 6 for Nations Capital. Block number 7, that's Nova of Virginia, Nate Doran. And block number 8, Nations Capital, Maddox Corey. And Ella Brace taking point position on the first 50, bringing it back at the 100, still holding point. Cam Gardner right there with her. Not even a tenth of a second difference. And here we go into the final 50 yards. And a big breakaway on that last 50 into the wall, 158.64, Cam Gardner. That second tag in, 2:02.11, Ella Brace. And the third tag in, 2:03.60, Lila Fleming. And getting ready now, the 13 and 14 gentlemen for the 200 backstroke. C finalist.
All right, we got the C finals. As you can tell, I'm really excited. My swimmer just set a brand new meet record, so I'm pretty happy with that. All right, I'll set the lanes as we go.
Again, too.
All right, Daniel Bungie in 1, Luke Jacobs in 2, David Zand in 3, Daniel Nikonchuk in 4, Logan Phillips in 5, Rihanna Hua in 6, Nate Duran in 7, and Maddox Corey in 8. So, sorry if I'm a little out of breath. I was over screaming in the last heat, so. All right, coming in here, Luke Jacobs setting the tone early, 57.6, 58.08 for David, and Logan Phillips, 58.2. Looks like it's setting up to be a nice race here for the top 3. Oh, there we go. The camera seemed to have kind of gone off the swimmers, and now it's back. And here it comes back. There we go. Coming into the wall, it's still Luke Jacobs, followed by David Zand and Logan Phillips. Separated by 7/10, all 3 of them. But Luke Jacobs is setting himself up nicely, but, I mean, they're making a push. This could be a really good last camera. Can't see anything, camera. And there we go. And Luke Jacobs with the win, 157.6. David Zand, 158.7. And Logan Phillips third, 159.08. So good race there. Might be having some difficulty with our equipment, folks, so let's apologize for any issues that we may be having. Huh?
Left no doubt.
Yeah. All right, now we're looking at the picture of a Thursday finals heat sheet. I'll tell you what, this is fun, isn't it, guys? I'll give you the play-by-play details even if you can't see it, because I can. So Harvey Trevette in 1, Edward Coleman 2, Ethan Google 3, Jarrett Zhao 4, Xander Pika 5, Keon Lang in 6, Zachary Bell in 7, and Raleigh Harrington in 8. Looks like as we go out the first 25, Zach Bell had the greatest underwaters of anybody in the heat off the start. But it looks, so far it's a pretty even heat. We've got, looks like lane 2, Edward Coleman's going to go first, followed by Harvey Trevette, and then tied with Zach Bell. Going into, there really is not much separation between first through 8th right now, guys. I'd say, if anything, we've got lane 2, Edward Coleman, Zachary Bell in 7, and then Harvey Trevette. So, yeah, Edward Coleman first, 55.9, 56.7, 56.5. So, as we're approaching the 125, looks like Jarrett Shoe's starting to make a little bit of a push. He's more of a back halfer, it looks like. And then Xander Pika, also middle of the pool, is right with Edward Coleman going into that last 50. Edward will go in first. Jarrett and Xander will be right behind him. 125.9, 126.3, 126.6. Great race. I wish you guys could see this in the middle. And with Edward Coleman. Jarrett, Zhao, Xander Pika. It looks like Xander came off the wall the best and is going to end up winning this heat. Right behind him is Edward Coleman and then Jarrett Zhao. So 155.8 for Edward Coleman. 155.5 for Pika, 155.8 for Coleman, and 156.2 for Jarrett Zhao. Okay, it looks like we might have some of our cameras back as they parade out the A finalists. Okay. Setting up the lanes. St. Charles, Connor Pluskwa in 1. Hudson Lubinsky from Mavericks in 2. Long Island Aquatics, Ryan Yao in 3. Already a breaststroke sensation today. Your top qualifier, Jaden Tsai in 4. Right next to him, going to be tight race with him and Elliott Leisure from Rochester. Wesley Moncton, Nation's Capital, in 6. Jack Danahy from Nova in 7. And Colin Gullett, unattached, in lane 8. Meet record in this event is 147.08, set by Elliott Leisure last year. So, guy in lane 5 already has the record. I'm sure that Jaden would like to possibly take that away. It's going to be a good race. Interesting. Jaden Tsai slipped off the start. That is a shame. That is a terrible shame. He slipped on the start and went down. So, if he's smart, he's not doing what I would have done, which is trying to catch up to everybody on the first 25. Elliott, way ahead of everybody. 24.51. And let's see here. Wesley Moncton, 26.6. And I believe Ryan Yao was 3rd. Might have been Lubinsky, actually. So, Elliott Leisure is just a miraculously good swimmer. He's out 50.7. Set the record as a 13-year-old, going a 147.08 as a 13-year-old. Out 50.7, and his backstroke has no signs of slowing down. I mean, 147.08 is just impressive for a 13-year-old, but right now he's on pace to go. Wow. This could be a ridiculous race. Elliott Leisure could go under 145 here. This is really exciting. And the other thing is, I think Jaden Tsai, after that terrible start, is going to end up second. 143.93. Holy cow. And then Jaden Sy still gets second place, followed by Hudson Lubinsky in third. 143.93. Destroys his record by over 3 seconds. Jaden Sy with a really awful start still goes a 152.5. And then Hudson Lubinsky third with a 153.1. So awesome swimming, guys. Time to break for the awards, and we'll be back. Wow.
In 8th place, Slate Koss of Long Island. 7th place goes to Molly Joseph of Long Island. 6th place goes to Vera Chen of Long Island. That's 36 points to Long Island in this one event. Long Island, you just outscored first place. I love it. Nova of Virginia in 5th with Isabel Tran. Northern Kentucky in 4th with Kelsey Cook. The bronze going to Sioux Falls, Riley Wagers. The silver to Glenbrook Swim Club, Izzy Peterson. And number 1, Long Island just blew everybody away on this event as far as points. Morgan Wu getting the goal, 57.10, the winning time. Now that is teamwork. And right now, the gentlemen, 12 and under for the 100 backstroke. Rochester Swim Club getting 8th place, Connor Zioli. In 7th is Arlington Aquatic Club, Adrian Adriano. In 6th place, Rockville Montgomery, Jason Jew. Nova of Virginia, Cullen Daniel in 5th. 4th is St. Andrew Aquatics, Lorenz Van Schmidt. At block number 3, 3rd place, Nation's Capital, Colin Lee. In 2nd, Ketchikan Killer Whales, Roman Olson. And number 1, posting in with a winning time, 55.86, Verona area, Caleb Gudovich. And presenting now the ladies. For the 200 backstroke, that's swimmer swim. In 8th place, Alicia Pantar of Nova of Virginia. 7th place, Academy Bullets, Gabby Graham. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatics, Leah O'Connell. In 5th place, Nova of Virginia, Lane Jacobs. 4th place goes to Academy Bullets, Maggie Montiel. In 3rd place, the bronze going to Long Island Aquatic Club, Lila Fleming. In 2nd place, Ella Brace of Patriot Aquatics. And number 1, wait a minute, Cam Gardner at block number 1, what are you doing? You just tore up the record book, posting a new record. Now they have to reprint it. Congratulations, Cam Gardner, a new record, 158.64 for Peoria or Water Wizards. Okay. That is fantastic. And we pause for just a moment on the Gentleman's Backstroke Award, still processing that. And I don't know if you've checked out the Speedo booth outside. It doesn't look like they're open now, but they were open earlier. All the shirts that you can get, at Fine Design. I've got one on. It's a great shirt. They wear well, and they look really good with NCSA on it. And it looks like we're going to pause till the next round of awards on the gentlemen's backstroke, getting ready at the starting blocks. The ladies, 12 and under, 200 butterfly. Another swimmer swim. McKinley Johnson at block number 8. Charlotte Bodner at block number 7. Julia Haynes at block 6. Isabella Simpson at block number 5. Abby Hendrick at 4. Audrey Ferrer at block number 3. Brooklyn Dempsey taking block number 2. And Timley Picton at block number 1 getting ready to go. And we'll get our referees and officials back in just a few moments.
Waiting on our hard-working officials. Can't do the meet without them, and we appreciate all of our volunteer officials. Come from all over the country here to do
Ladies,
this meet.
12 and under, 200
I know
butterfly.
the kids appreciate it.
C finalists.
Parents appreciate it. Coaches definitely appreciate it. So thank you to all those officials. We now have the girls 12 and under, 200 fly C final. Tenley Picton. Glenbrook in 1. Brooklyn Dempsey from St. Andrews 2. Audrey Fair from Machine in 3. Abby Hendrick, Nova 4. Isabella Simpson, Rockville 5. Julia Hattis, Rockville 6. Charlotte Bodner from, that's Swim Atlanta, not St. Andrews. Swim Atlanta in 7. And Brooklyn Dempsey also from Swim Atlanta. And then Rockville's McKinley Johnson in 8. So I don't know how many people on this broadcast are swimming
and taking it out on that first 50. Abby Hendrick
not very familiar with swimming, but I do have to say
establishing point position on the butterfly, and this butterfly is so delicate when it comes to pacing
on the body.
The problem is,
and if you are able to complete 200 yards of fly, you are a pretty strong person, because as you watch as these guys continue to do this, their muscles will start tightening up because of all the lactate buildup, and they're going to get shorter strokes. They're going to take more strokes. Their kicks are going to start bending a lot more at the knees. They're going to come right up and want to get breaths right off the wall. And, I can't tell you how proud I am. I don't know any of these girls, but I can't tell you how proud I am of them, because they're able to actually do this, and they're able to do it well. So coming into we got Abby Hendrick, 144.14. And then we got Audrey Fair, and then Julia Hattis. So could be a good race here for second. Looks like Isabella Simpson's making a move. But right now, Abby Hendrick is a couple of body lengths ahead of the rest of the field and likely to hold on to that. Yeah, great race here with Isabella and Julia for second. Lanes 5 and 6. 2:23.37 for Abby Hendrick. This morning she was 2:24.7, so that's pretty solid. Very good, ladies. All right. Our B final for the girls 12 and under 200 fly. Sabrina Trepkowski in 1, Rockville. Juliet Thorne, Rockville 2. Reagan Robinson, Nation's Capital 3. Annie Hugh, Rockville 4. Hinsdale's Mia Bayan in 5. Elizabeth Burke from Mack in 6. Cecily Clifton, New Trier in 7. Collins Harrison from Nation's Capital in 8. Especially in a 200 fly, I believe the key is to make sure I call it easy speed. You go out with some speed, but you don't use up all your energy so you can have more to finish with. So right now it looks like Cecily Clifton is going out with some guts. If she can hold on to it, that would be something. Let's hope she does. Just saw a couple of kids that were looking while they were breathing. A lot of kids will breathe every stroke on this so they can have oxygen to finish the race with. Cecily's still out very nice. She was out in 29.3, her first 50. And Cecily at the wall, 104.1. Annie Hu, 104.6. And then Collins Harrison, 105.4. Those are your top three right now, but it looks like Mia Bayan and Elizabeth Burke are starting to make a move there a little bit. And Annie Hu is stepping up, and then right behind her, Mia Bayan. So looks like they controlled their first 50 a little bit more than some of the others. And Annie Hu, 140.76. Mia Bayan, 141.6. And then Elizabeth Burke, 142.20. And then Collins Harrison over there, 142.4. So she's challenging for the third spot. But right now it's all Annie Hu. Oh, Mia Bayan came off that wall really nice. Ooh, look at this. It's going to be neck and neck. Who's got it? It's going to be Annie or Mia. Annie or Mia. Look at that. Oh, Mia Bayan touches her out. 2:16.86, 2:16.94. And Elizabeth Burke in third, 2:18.25. Very nice swims, ladies. Yeah, that's great racing right there. All right. We're going to start parading out the A finalists here for the 11 and 12 girls 200 fly. Swim Atlanta must really like their flies. That is not. Yeah. That is. That's setting up the lanes here. In lane one from Fast Falcons. I haven't seen a name yet. They haven't changed the sheet. All right, lane two, we've got Slate Koss. That's Slate right there in two. In lane three, Peyton Elam from NCAP. In four, your top qualifier with some great underwaters, Morgan Wu from Long Island. And from SFTL in five, Hannah Gorisi. Yara Sibilina in six from Nova. And your last two from Swim Atlanta both. You've got Krista Perdomo and I'm not sure, Harper Sampieri, or I'm not sure because they only gave me a half a heat sheet. So we have not seen the names switch yet. There we go. Harper Sampieri, okay. Christina Perdomo. Good start. I watched this morning, and Morgan's underwaters She has really good underwaters for a 12-year-old. I have more 12-year-olds at this meet. I will be telling them to mimic what Morgan is doing with hers. Because she is not, and this is going to sound bad, but it's not really. She is not a big person, but she swims twice her size, and she kicks 3 times her size. She is that strong. So out in 28:01 is Morgan. Record in this event is a 2:06.46, set in 2016 by Abby Carr. Morgan having a nice swim so far. There's a great race for second right now. You've got Peyton Elam, Hannah Gorosy, Yara Sibolina, and Christina Perdomo. And right now, second goes to Peyton Elam, and then Christina Perdomo is third. And it looks as though Peyton Elam is trying to push herself up there to Morgan Wu. So she doesn't quite have the underwaters that Morgan does, but she does have a very strong butterfly. Seems that she's getting more power on her swim than on her underwaters. And Morgan 134.4. Peyton 136.8, and then Yara Sibolina 138.2. And looks like Hannah Gorosy and Christina Perdomo are trying to challenge Yara for third place. Although Yara is now challenging Peyton Elam for second. But Morgan Wu running away from the rest of the field comes in. 2:08.97, really solid swim. Peyton Elam second, 2:12.61. Yara Sibolina, 2:13.13. That is some really strong swimming, ladies. That fast swimmers. All right. We move on now to the boys, 12 and under, 200 fly. C final. Lucas Hansen from Machine in 1. Mason Terrazas, Ozaki 2. Aiden Sukup in Nation's Capital 3. Teammate Ryan Chen in 4. Another teammate, Sean Murphy in 5. Ron Livney, New Trier in 6. Seth Eberhardy, Verona in 7. And Teddy Chung, Long Island in 8. All right, so holy crap. Sean Murphy, that kid is dangerous. He's taking it out like he has nothing left. And at the end of this swim, he might not. But he is looking pretty sharp in the early going. I've just been informed that as a result of a faulty error of some kind, Jaden Sy will get the opportunity after these butterflies to be able to re-swim his 200 backstroke. And that's the one that I was talking about earlier where he just completely botched his start. I'm not sure if it was faulty equipment or what happened, but he gets the opportunity to re-swim it. So, looking here, Sean Murphy is a man possessed, or at least a 12-year-old possessed. His teammate Ryan Chen trying to hold pace with him. And then third, you got Ron Livney and Teddy Chung. But Sean Murphy, my gosh. This kid is either going to have the swim of his life or he's going to have the death of his life. 140.8, 143.6. Sean Murphy this morning was a 221. And he doesn't really show real signs of fatigue here. His stroke's getting shorter, but he's still able to go forward well. Sean Murphy is going to blow his 221 out of the water here. Looks like a great race for third here. Sean Murphy, 217 flat. Ryan Chen, 221.62. And then Lucas Hansen down in lane 1. Came out of nowhere. Had the fastest last 50 of everybody by almost 2 seconds. Ended up going a 222.42. So, nice job, guys. Up next, we have the B final of the boys 12 and under 200 fly. We've got Paul Tita from Long Island in 1. SFTL's Caleb Bass in 2. James Allen from Mac in 3. Jesse Welniak, SWAT in 4. Colin Gensler, Mavs in 5. His teammate Reed Mayer in 6. Rafael Aldridge, Nova in 7. And Mahmoud Ilak from Rockville in 8. Apologies again for any butchering of the names that I may have on this broadcast. The butchering does not in any way represent the NCSA. It is just me without much knowledge. So, right, Mavs, Colin Gensler. Woo! Colin Gensler, 29.5 out in his first 50. Colin's going for it. I wonder what his mom's thinking right now. She's one of the coaches for the Mavs here. Looks like Reed Mayer's second, maybe. Look, good race between Callum Bass and Reed Mayer for second. And Colin looks like he's shortening up a little bit, and he's taking a really long glide into his walls. But he's still out there first, 103.8. I hope he can hold on. This would be a really nice swim for Colin. But he is not Shaquille Gensler. He doesn't need to be taking that long a glide to that wall, but his underwaters are saving him for sure. Got a great race now for second. Rafi Aldridge and Callum Bass approaching the wall. There you go, Colin. And here we go. 139.1, 140.8, 140.7. So if Colin can hold on, this is going to be a monster swim. He was 218 this morning. Needs to be faster than a 40. And look at those underwaters. He may be he also is a guy who swims twice his size. I mean, he's just, look at him. He is going. And he was at 218 this morning, 214.54. Man, smoking fast, Colin. And Rafi Aldridge, second, 216 from a 220. Callum Bass, 216 from a 220 this morning. Great swims, boys. Really well done. And now we have the A finalists being paraded out. A couple of familiar names, a lot of unfamiliar names in this heat. It's always been my opinion you have to really be tough in order to want to swim the 200 fly. Setting the lanes, Matt McMillan, St. Charles in lane 1. St. Andrews, Tyler Wright in 2. In 3, Jude Siselski from Hinsdale. Your top qualifier, George Chernev from Swim Atlanta. Swim Atlanta loves their Flyers. Max Grant Brown in 5. Declan Bell in 6. He just got done swimming, so this is going to be tough. Oscar Jovic, Hinsdale in 7. And Long Island Express, Roger Shue in 8. It's George Cherney, not Chernev, excuse me. All right, and they're off. Meet record in this set in 2022 by Ryan Baldwin, 159.49. I do have to let you guys know, as soon as this race is over, I'm going to get off the broadcast as I have a swimmer coming up in the next event. And since it's only 50s, I will not be able to broadcast them quite as quickly as I would like to. So right now it looks like Declan Bell, who just got done swimming just a little bit ago, has the early advantage, 28-14. I hope he knows what he's doing. He did in the other race, though. Grant Cherney, Swim Atlanta. Those Swim Atlantans really like their Flyers, so I'm imagining George is going to be quite good at this event. And then Jude, lane 3, is in 3rd, but he's catching up with George Cherney. And we still got Declan Bell up there in lane 6. He's out in 59.2. No real signs of slowing down. And if you can get the camera all the way to the right, you can see John Cable, coach from St. Charles, up and down screaming. Looking quite funny. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got Jude Sizaliski, making a run on Declan Bell. And George Cherney. Declan Bell is going to have to really hold on hard in order to keep off this charge from Jude here in lane 3. Going into the wall, it's very close. Declan's going to have to use every ounce of his being in order to hold off Jude. Coming in, it looks like doesn't have enough left for that. And Jude Shashelski, your winner, 2:05.19. I hope it's Shashelski or something close to that. Second was Declan Bell, 2:07.43. George Cherney, 2:07.90. So enjoy the 50 flies, and we will be back in a few.
And as the gentlemen clear the water, we have a different race. We're going to re-swim one. I've forgotten the name. Got it. And if you notice at the starting block, he swam the 200 backstroke, and we couldn't figure out what was going on, Jaden. He had an equipment malfunction at the starting block, not his problem. So we're going to let Jaden re-swim his 200 backstroke. Give him a big round of applause. 200 backstroke, 13 and 14, gentlemen. Gentlemen, 200 backstroke. And Jaden got a great start that time. The last time the starting block caved in on him. Could not see him laying back like he did with the rest of the heat. He just kept with it, kept his chin up, and he is digging it now. And make a big noise for him. And around the corner, 54.08. And there's the turn, 50 yards to go. Bring him home. Under the flags, into the wall, the reach, the touch. Boom, there it is, 149.87, and that is going to go into the computer, and we are going to present awards after this next series. Getting ready, the 50 butterfly for ladies, 13 and 14, Sophia Ruggenbuck at block number 1, Zuri Wilson at 2, Kira Druck at block number 3, Annabelle Roby at block number 4, 5 is Abby Raymond, Alina Lumens at block number 6, 7, Esme Shen, and block number 8, Harper Kaminsky. Ladies, 50 butterfly C finalist. And our B finalists at the starting blocks right now, Ella Hansen at block number 1, Margaret Hepper at 2, Caroline Downs at 3, 4 is Audrey Jackson, Sienna Herrera at 5, 6 is Grayson Schindelham at block number 7, Andrea Flores, 8 is Kennedy Maston, and into the wall, what a finish, Kira Druck taking the tag, 25.95, that second tag in, Sophia Rogenbuck in the outside lane, lane 1, 26.39, and that third tag in, 26.40, only 1/100th of a second difference there. In lane number 6, Elena Lumens. B finalist. And we pause for just a moment. And we are good to go. Our B finalists, ladies, 50 butterfly. And into the wall with a great slap, Audrey Jackson, 25.70 to take that first tag in. Ella Hansen, the outside sneaky swimmer, 25.93 in lane number 1. And that third tag in, Caroline Downs, 26-10 in third place. And bringing them out, the top 8 qualifiers, 13 and 14 ladies, 50 butterfly.
Yep. Okay, do it at the end of these awards. Rather than the last one after the butterflies.
Got it. And there they are, the top qualifiers, 13 and 14 ladies at block number 8, Rockville, Montgomery, Lexi Johnson. Block number 1 is Hinsdale, Molly with Dicus. Block number 7, Emma Herron of Capital Area, Aqua Phoenix. At block number 2, Margot Full of Monocacy Aquatic Club. Sarah Young at block number 6, Rockville, Montgomery. Block number 3, that's Cam Gardner of Peoria Area Water Wizards. Block number 5, the Chief Agitator Academy Bullets, Helen Manick. And in the center lane, Blazing Barracudas in the hot seat with Eva Hughes. And boom, into the wall, 24-7-7. Eva Hughes stopping the clock first. Helen Manick at block number in lane 5 in second position. They were 24-8-5. Both of them dancing on the bubble of record time. And that third tag in, Margot Full at 25-11 to take third. And getting ready at the starting blocks, Jack Greer at block number 1, Jared Chow at 2, Benjamin Henlin at block number 3, Zachary Bell at 4, Gavin Gress at block number 5, 6 is Max Mixonikowski, block number 7, Harvey Trevette, and Max Logan at block number 8. Gentlemen, C finalist. Explosive, that 50 butterfly. Under the flags, I can't tell, into the wall, stopping the clock. Scoreboard says Harvey Trevette in lane number 7, sneaking in there in the last 2 strokes, 24-4-2. That second tag in, there is none. Jack Greer in lane number 1, tied for that first position. And that third tag in, Max Mixonikowski at 24-4-5, going to get the bronze. And getting ready now, Kajas Edelkavikas at block number 1, Yosef Bosakane at block number 2, Sawyer Davis at 3, Hudson Brennan at 4, Trip Thomas at 5, Anthony DiRenzo at block number 6, Anderson Wozniak at block number 7, and Chase Fortunato at block number 8. B finalist. And under the flags, it's hard to tell. Into the wall. Scoreboard says 23-8-1. Anthony DiRenzo in lane number 6 takes the tag. Hudson Brennan in lane 4 at 23-9-7 in number 2. And number 3, 24-06. Trip Thomas in lane number 5 getting the third. And bringing them out the top 8 qualifiers. And introducing our top 8 qualifiers at block number 8, Nation's Capital, Wesley Moncton. At block number 1, Logan Hillman of Nation's Capital. At block number 7, Daniel Bunn, Genova of Virginia. Block number 2, Blake McGinn, Swim Atlanta. Block number 6, Jack Danahy, Nova of Virginia. Block number 3, Parker Wheeler, Swim Atlanta. Block number 5, Maverick Swim Club, Hudson Lubinsky. At block number 4, center lane, qualifier Rockville, Montgomery, Selam Erickson. And we're going to pause the race just a moment for an administrative challenge. And it looks like we are good to go. Gentlemen, and awards coming up next. The 200 butterfly, the 50 butterfly awards. And into the what we call scoreboard tells the story. Hudson Lubinsky, 22.29, 1/100ths of a second off the meet record. What a swim. Somebody kick the scoreboard and see if you can knock it over one match. Selam Erickson in second there with a 22.30, another 1/100ths of a second difference. And that third tag in, Jack Danahy at 23.04. to take third place. And right now, it is awards time.
These guys are going to be, that's not it. Where your 200 backers, you have a copy of it. You're going to do your butterflies. You can just let the 200 backstroke boys know to come to the awards as well.
Got it. And right now, getting ready to present awards for the Butterfly Series. And after the Butterfly Series, we will present awards for the 200 backstroke for gentlemen 13 and 14. First at the award stand, it's going to be the ladies 12 and under for the swimmer swim. They're there. They're ready. In 8th place, Lane Langenbrunner of the Fast Falcons. 7th place goes to Harper Sampieri of Swim Atlanta. Christina Perdomo at 6th place with Swim Atlanta. Slate Koss in 5th place, Long Island. Hannah Garci in 4th place, Swim Fort Lauderdale. In third place, the bronze, Nova of Virginia, Yara Sibilina. Second place goes to Nation's Capital, Peyton Elam. And number one, posting him in a winning time of 2:08.97, Long Island Aquatic Club, Morgan Wu. And congratulations to our ladies. Our next focus, the gentlemen 12 and under for that swimmer swim, the 200 butterfly. In 8th place, Long Island Express, Roger Zhu. 7th place, St. Charles swim team, Matt McMillan. In 6th place, Hinsdale's, Oscar Jalvik. 5th place goes to Tyler Wright, St. Andrews. 4th place to Madison Aquatic Club, Grant Brown. 3rd, the bronze going to Swim Atlanta, George Cherney. The silver to Nation's Capital, Declan Bell. And number one, posting him with a winning time, 2:05.19, Hinsdale Swim Club, Jude Silas-Lesky. And bringing it back, getting ready now to present the ladies' 50 butterfly. In 8th place, Capital Area Aquatics, Emma Herron. 7th place goes to Hinsdale, Molly Wadikis. In 6th place, Rockville Montgomery, Sarah Young. In 5th place, Lexi Johnson of Rockville Montgomery. In 4th place, Peoria Area Water Wizards, Cam Gardner. The bronze going to Monocacy Aquatic Club, Margot Full. The silver to Academy Bullets, Helen Manick. And number one, posting in at 24.77, Blazing Barracudas, Eva Hughes. And presenting the gentlemen 13 and 1450 butterfly, our championship finalists. In 8th place, Nation's Capital, Logan Hillman. In 7th place, Nation's Capital, Wesley Moncton. In 6th place, Swim Atlanta, Blake McGinn. 5th place, Swim Atlanta, Parker Wheeler. In 4th place, Nova of Virginia, Daniel Bunge. The bronze going to Nova of Virginia, Jack Danahy. The silver to Rockville Montgomery, Salem Erickson. And number one, posting in at 22.29, Maverick Swim Club, Hudson Lubinsky. And we have one more set of awards, revisiting the gentlemen 13 and 14 200 backstroke. In 8th place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Jack Danahy. In 7th place, St. Charles Swim Club, Connor Plusqua. In 6th place, unattached, Colin Gillette. 5th place, Long Island Aquatic Club, Ryan Yao. 4th place, Nation's Capital, Wesley Moncton. The bronze going to Maverick Swim Club, Hudson Lubinsky. The silver to Laker Swim Club, Jaden Sy. And the gold, Rochester Swim Club with a new meet record surpassing previous record time by over 2 seconds, Elliott Leisure. And at the starting blocks, getting ready to go, the continuation of the ladies 12 and under 200 free relay. In third place right now is Lake Country, 147.85. In second place right now, Northern Kentucky Clippers with a 147.38. Number one right now is Machine Aquatics with a 147.01. And at the starting blocks, heat number 4 getting ready to take it on and see what they can do with those top 3 times. Ladies, heat 4. And that is Fast Falcons in lane number 1, Rise Aquatics in 2, Academy Bullets in 3, Swim Atlanta in 4, Patriot Aquatics in 5, Nova Virginia in 6, Monocacy Aquatics in 7, and Rockville Montgomery in lane number 8. And away we go, that 4th set of talent in the tub. What a finish, 25 rolling into it. Scoreboard says it is Swim Atlanta 144.97. Now the time to beat, the team to beat. That second tag in lane number 3, Academy Bullets 145.02. And getting ready now, Nation's Capital at block number 1, Rockville at 2, Nation's Capital again at 3, Nova of Virginia at 4, Long Island at 5, Hinsdale at 6, Suez Falls at 7, and Long Island at 8. Heat 5, the deciding heat. And Nova of Virginia with a big breakaway into the wall. 137.94. Unbelievable. That second tag in 140.60. And that third tag in lane number 3, 142.64. Ladies and gentlemen, Nova of Virginia, Long Island Aquatics both surpassed record time. Nova of Virginia looks like they're going to get the record. We'll know when the referee's report is posted. Gentlemen, Heat 3. And the time to beat, at least Swim United posted a 146.06 this morning. That second tag in this morning, Academy Bullets with a 146.15. And right now it's Nutrier in lane number 1, Swim Atlanta in 2, Machine Aquatics in 3, Patriot Aquatics in 4, Lincoln Way in 5, Nation's Capital in 6, Rockville in 7, and Long Island in 8. And in the tub with the final set of talent, and it looks like Nation's Capital taking that first tag, 141.28, surpassing all other times posted today. That second tag in. Gentlemen, Heat 4. And it looks like we've got a conversation going with one of the starting blocks. Gentlemen relaxing for just a moment. That's the Maverick Swim Club at block number 1. Rochester in 2. Hinsdale in 3. Rockville in 4. Nation's Capital in 5. Nova of Virginia in 6. Verona area in lane number 7. And the Stingrays in lane 8. There it is, the whistle. And 141.28, the lead time so far. And the advantage, Rockville at that last exchange. Into the wall we go. Rockville stopping the clock. 1:38.59. The overall low time posted in the gentlemen 12 and under 200 free relay. From there, we'll have to get the referees' report and put all the times together before we know what that looks like. We'll be doing awards for the relays tomorrow night, first thing before we begin our first event. Getting ready now, the 13 and 14 ladies. The time to beat, Nova of Virginia, 3:41.58 was the fastest time posted earlier today. And at the starting blocks, it's heat number 5. And that's the Maverick Swim Club in lane number 1. Nation's Capital in 2. Lane 3 is Nova of Virginia. Lane number 4, Ozaki. Lane number 5 is Ole Swimming. Lane 6, Rockville, Montgomery. Lane number 7, Long Island. Block number 8, lane 8, Swim Atlanta. And almost synchronized diving there. And here we go now. That fourth set of talent bringing it home. And getting ready at the starting blocks, heat number 6, the deciding heat. Watching what's going on in the water. Where's this coming from? Tearing it up in lane number 3. Nova of Virginia taking point in this last 20 yards. 3:35.53. Gonna be the time to beat at least Nova of Virginia getting ready at the starting blocks. Academy Bullets in lane number 1. Nation's Capital in lane 2. Ellie Dremmer, happy birthday. Long Island Aquatics in lane number 3. Rockville Montgomery in 4. Hinsdale in 5. Patriot Aquatics in 6. Machine Aquatics in 7. And Verona area in lane 8 getting ready. Ladies, Heat 6. And in the water we go with the third personality. And here we go, Rockville, Montgomery. Not a question of who, it's when. 3:02 flat for Rockville. And that is going to be the fastest time. No, it isn't 3:02. How about 3:28.82 for Rockville? And that second tag in by Academy Bullets, the third Nation's Capital getting ready now. The Gentlemen 13 and 14, Waukesha at block number 1, Rockville at 2, Stingrays at 3, Rochester at 4, Hinsdale at 5, Nova of Virginia at block number 6, Sevenus Machine, and Rise Aquatics at block number 8. Gentlemen, Heat 4. And right now it's Rochester in point position, trailing by 65 1/100ths of a second is Hinsdale. And Nova of Virginia making up the gap right now. And Hinsdale hitting the tub with the advantage. And whittling that advantage away, Rochester 61 1/100ths at the exchange, 51 1/100ths at the turn. And somebody's smiling over in lane number 6, Nova of Virginia. And Nova taking the advantage right now. Point position by 29 1/100ths of a second. Both Nova and Rochester in tie at the exchange. And Rochester bringing it back. And it's Nova and Hinsdale nose to nose. Rochester out of the pocket, under the flags. And it's a question of when that win is solved. 3:19.58. And that is the time to beat right now. Rochester Swim Club at the starting blocks. Monocacy at block number 1. Long Island taking block 2. Rockville at 3. Swim Atlanta at 4. Nation's Capital at 5. Nova of Virginia taking block number 6. 7 is Nation's Capital again. And Patriot Aquatics at block number 8. Heat 5, the deciding heat. And Swim Atlanta, Long Island. With the advantage by about a half a second, that's it. And look at what's going on now. And boom, 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 boom. Long Island working hard to get rid of the confusion. With a clear breakaway going into the third personality. Swim Atlanta, nation's capital, and Nova, Virginia, nose to nose at that last exchange. And that is about to change. Swim Atlanta now taking point. Nation's capital riding their wave. And Long Island right there in the picture still. And 50 yards to go. Swim Atlanta, nation's capital. Bringing it home, 3:19.58, the time to be into the wall, 3:11. 6-6, 3:11, 5-1. Swim Atlanta taking the lead tag. Nation's capital, the second tag in 3:14 and change for Nova of Virginia. And that is going to do it for tonight's competition. Thank you to all our timers and volunteers and making it a great meet. Everybody in the grandstands and on the pool deck knows how to chime it up, I'm telling you.